Solving a Rubik's Cube can be a very difficult and frustrating task for a majority of people. But today, I'm going to show you how I learned and how you can too. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the first step of learning to solve a cube is making sure that you're holding it correctly. So you always want to hold it with the yellow side up and the white side on the bottom, because you always want to solve layer by layer by layer by layer until you get to the top layer, which is yellow. And we always start with white and work our way all the way up to the top till we get to the yellow. So we're going to start off by mixing up the cube. When you're solving a Rubik's Cube, there's different pieces. There's edge pieces, corner pieces, and center pieces. So when we're looking to see what color a side is, we're going to look at the centerpiece. Whatever color a centerpiece is, that's what color the whole side is going to be at the very end. So for example, this one's yellow, so we're going to have that on the top because yellow goes at the top, and this one is green. That means this whole side is going to be green. And this one's white. That means this whole bottom is going to be white. So to start off, we need to find our white edge pieces because we want to start from the bottom and work our way to the top. So we're going to find a white edge piece because we're starting with white. So I just found this white piece and it has red and white on it. So we're going to take that piece and we're going to turn it down to the white. And we're going to make it lined up with the white like that. You see how it's lined up? And the red that's over there, we need to line that up with the red, like that. Now you see how it's aligned? So now that the red and white is good to go, we'll have this, an edge connected with its two edges. And now that we have that, we need to work on to our next color. So right next to the red center is the blue center. So we're going to find the blue and white edge piece. So we're going to look for that in the cube. And here it is. So we're going to turn that until it gets to the blue over here. So here's the blue edge piece, and here's the color blue in the center. And we're going to turn it all the way down until we get it to line up with the white and line up with the blue. So now that it's lined up with the white and lined up with the blue, we can move on to the next color. So the next color is orange, because orange is right next to the blue on the cube. So we're going to find our orange and white edge piece. So I found it over here. Here it is. And we're going to turn the orange and white edge piece down to line up with the white. And now you'll see there's sort of a pattern building over here. We're trying to make a plus sign on the white side of the cube. So now we got to do the green. So the green is already lined up for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn it down. And now you'll see that we have our white plus sign. So we have the very beginning stage of the bottom color white forming. So now that we have all of our edge pieces in, and they're all lined up with their colors on the sides, we need to get our corner pieces in. So corner pieces are a bit more difficult because corner pieces are going to have 3 colors. So it's going to be a bit more complicated to insert them. So basically, we're going to find 3 colors we want to do. So over here we have white, and we have green, and we have orange. So we're going to need a white, green, and orange corner piece. So I found mine. Mine's over here, but we have a problem. It's over here next to the orange, white, and green, but it's not aligned correctly. The white needs to be down there, and the orange needs to be over there, and the green needs to be here. So what we're going to do is we have to bring it up like this. We're going to turn the cube up. We're going to turn it to the left, and then we're going to bring it back down like that. So now we're going to move it out of the way, and we're going to put our green and white edge piece back to the bottom like that. See, now it's lined up again. And we're going to put our orange piece back like that. So now our plus is back over there like that. And our orange, white, and green piece is over here. So what we need to do is we need to take that piece and we need to get it next to the green, orange, and white in its proper place. So the way we're going to do that is it's above the place where we want it to go. So you have to go, anytime you want to put a piece somewhere, you have to turn it away from where you want it to go. So since we want it to go there, we're going to turn it away from there. Then we're going to bring it back to where we want it to go, above the green, white, and orange. And then we're going to turn it to the left, and we want it to go right here. So we're going to bring that side up, insert the piece, and you'll see that it lines up with the orange and the white, and then we'll turn it back down so it lines up with the green, orange, and white. And now we have our first corner piece over there. See, put it right over there, and the green lines up with green, orange lines up with orange, and white lines up with white. So I'm going to show you guys how to do one more, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. So we're going to do the blue, red, and white piece. So this piece, it's already above where I want it to go. So we just talked about it, and wherever we want a piece to go, we always have to turn away from there. So we're going to turn it away from where we want it to go, to the left, and we want it to go over here. So we're going to bring that side up. We're going to insert our piece and turn the side down. And now you'll see that the white side is starting to form. So I'm going to go ahead and do the last one, and we'll catch you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we're back, and now that we have our white side solved, and we have the very first layer solved all around the cube, we need to go ahead and start the second layer on the cube. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to pick two colors that we want to have a edge piece in. So the edge piece is going to go, for mine, it's going to go in between green and orange. So let's find the green and orange edge piece. So mine's over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it until it lines up with the orange. You see how it's lined up with orange now? And now the green, we need to get it over there, right? See how now it lines up with the green and orange? But now you messed up our white bottom. So we can't just turn it down like that. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to do a very simple algorithm. So the algorithm goes like this. We want the piece to go there, so we're going to turn it away from there. We want it to go there, so we bring that side up, and we bring the piece back. Then we're going to turn this side where we want it to go, we're going to turn it back towards us. Now we have our green, orange, and white aligned. So now we're going to turn the cube to the side. We're going to turn the top to the left, and we want it to go right here. So we're going to bring it up, insert our piece, and turn it down. And now we have put the orange and the green piece where it needs to be. So now we're going to go ahead and do one more. We're going to do the red and green. So the red and green, it's already aligned. So we're going to go ahead and turn it away from where we want it to go, because we want it to go over here. Let's turn it away. And we want it to go right here. So we're going to turn that side up. And we need to bring our piece back. And now we're going to connect the two pieces. So we're going to turn this back towards us. And we're going to turn the cube to the side. Now we need to turn the top to the right. And we want the piece to go here. So we're going to bring that side up. Put the piece in. And turn the side down. So now we have two edge pieces on the second layer solved. So I'm going to go ahead and do the last two. And we'll catch you guys in a second. Alright guys, so the next step is going to be solving the yellow layer. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to have to make a plus sign like we did on the white side. So in order to do this, there's a bunch of different cases that you can run into. So in my case, I have a corner. In your case, you may have a plus sign already built for you, and in that case, you can just skip this step. But if you don't have it already built for you, you'll either have the corner, or you'll have a straight line going across. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make that straight line across in the middle. Don't have it like this. Have it straight across like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to do basically the same thing that I'm doing, as long as you have your line going straight across like this. Then you can just do exactly what I'm doing with the corner. So for this case, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the front to the right. Then we're going to turn it up. Then we're going to cut off this piece. Bring this piece down, and bring this piece back, and then stick it down. So now we have the line going across. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this to the right, bring it up, turn this away, bring this down, bring it back, and turn it down. And our white is still intact. So is our first and second layer. And now we have our yellow plus sign built. So if you just ignore these two corners, then you can see that we have the plus sign built for us. So now what we need to do is we need to go and do the third layer. And the way we're going to do this is we have to make upside down T's for each of the colors. So right now you see how blue, it has a T. So this top piece over here, this is what's going to complete the T. It'll make a T like that. If you just ignore those pieces, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But orange doesn't have a T. Green has a T, but red does not. So we need to get all of the colors to have T's. And once we do that, we can move on to the final step. So the way we're going to get all of the colors to have T's is we're going to look. So one of these already has T's, and this one already has T's. So if we have two that already have T's, we're in good shape. If not, you're going to have to turn this until you see that two colors have T's. So now two colors have T's. Orange and red have T's. So now what we're going to do is, if the T's are directly across from each other, then you hold them going like this. You hold one T on this side and one T on this side. But if the T's are side by side, you'll hold one of the T's on this side and the other T on this side. And you're going to do the exact same steps for either case. So since my T's are directly across from each other, we're going to hold it like this with the T's going this way. So the first move is we're going to turn the right side up, then we're going to turn it to the left 2 times. 1, 2. Then we're going to bring the right down, we're going to bring the left back, turn this up, put this back, and then put it down. And now you'll see that our T's are no longer directly across from each other, now we're side by side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the T's like this. We have one T over here and one T over here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Bring the right up, turn it to the left 2 times. 1, 2. Bring the right down, bring the left back, put the right back up, and we're going to bring our left back and turn it down. Now, you may have to turn the top layer once to the right, and now you'll see that we have T's for every color. And our white is still intact. So now we can get started on solving the final pieces, the top corners. So in order to do these, we have to first make sure that every corner is in its right spot. It doesn't have to be orientated correctly, it just needs to be in the right spot. So right now, if you turn the cube around, you might find one of the corner pieces that is orientated incorrectly but in the correct spot. So for example, I have a green, orange, and yellow piece right here that is not orientated correctly, but it is in the right spot. So right here I have orange, green, and I have yellow. So what we need to do is we need to get that piece orientated correctly. But before we can do that, we need to put the piece on our right and do this short, quick algorithm. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the left side, then we're going to chop off its head, and we're going to bring up the right side, and then bring back the left side and chop off the right guy's head. Bring down the left side, bring back the right side, and put them down. Turn the top to the right. Now, you'll see that you may have all of them in the correct spot. If not, repeat this step. So now that we have all of our corners in the correct spot, they don't need to be oriented correctly. As long as they're in the right spot, we're good to move on to the next step. So the next step is going to be orientating the corners. This is a fairly simple step. It involves 2 algorithms. So the first algorithm depends on where the corners are facing. So for us, we want to have 2 non-solved corners facing on this side. So what we're going to do is, we're going to turn this up, we're going to turn it to the left 2 times, 1, 2, bring it down, bring the left back, bring the right up, and put it in and push it down. Now, we have to do the same thing, but opposite, so on the left side. So we're going to turn the left up, turn it to the right 2 times, bring the left down, turn the right to the left, bring up the left, and put it back. And now you'll see that some of the corners should be orientated correctly and in the correct spot. So for me, I have orange, blue, and yellow in the correct spot, and it's orientated correctly. And I have red, green, and I have yellow. And those are both orientated correctly. But now we have to do blue, red, and green. Sorry, blue, red, and yellow yellow, green, and orange. And you just have to keep repeating this step until the cube is solved. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it one more time. So first, we're going to bring, well, in this case, we're going to bring the right up. We're going to turn it from the left 2 times. Bring the right down. Bring the left back. Bring the right up. Bring the left back. And put it down. Now we're going to do it on the left side. Bring the left up, turn it to the left 2 times, put it down, turn it to the left once, bring the left up, put the thing back, and now you'll see that we have 2 more corners that are in the wrong spot. So now, we're going to put that on our starting side, and we're going to go ahead and do the same algorithm one more time. So we're going to go like this, we're going to put it up, turn it to the left 2 times, bring it down, turn it to the right 1 time, bring the right up, put the left back, and put it down. Now we're going to do it on the left side. So bring the left up, turn it to the left 2 times, put the left down, turn it to the right, bring it up, put it back, and you'll now see that your cube is fully solved. I hope this video was able to teach you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Please like and subscribe to the video and leave a comment down below. We'll see you in the next one.